Guys, we are not getting anywhere.
All right, Frank, good. Just go on, then.
All right, discovery. You don't have a snowball's chance in hell of pulling it off.
Private sector. Speed of implementation means greater effect before discovery. Governments are inert. This would show up in the Post before it even hit Tokyo.
Accountability. What's the downside? If it's the private sector, there's a 2-year investigation, a slap on the wrist, a few more regulations, end of story.
But the government loses everything, Frank. It's loss of consensus. And a government without consensus goes the way of the Nixon administration.
Yeah. Unless they had a fall guy.
This is mental masturbation. We are babbling about a blue sky theory that nobody in their right mind would attempt to implement.
Don't you do it, Vince.
What?
Leland Masters put a plate to counterfeit yen in my hand. He told me this theory is going into effect. He wants me to find out who's behind it.
That information is not to leave this room.
Then it's no longer a theory, it's actual fact.
That's right.
Well, why did we torture ourselves arguing over its validity?
Because I think Masters is behind it. I wanted to see how it worked.
You're insane. Do you know who he is?
Yes, I know who he is, and it makes perfect sense. He's got the ability to produce and deliver. Look at the resources he has, not only in the federal government, but in the private sector, too. Okay? Defense. Now, everybody knows he's been quietly strong-arming for Getzloff's trade bill. Discovery. That's me. He wants to leave a trail for me to find his fall guy. That's accountability.
You're suggesting he was also responsible for Dr. Valeni's death. Well, why did he pick you?
Because I testified against them at Il Pavot. I derailed their covert operation. Now, it's on record where I stand and how I feel about them. Mark, after all, I am a federal agent with the Justice Department. If I can make their case, in spite of how I feel about them, who would dispute it? Again, accountability. I'm supposed to find their scapegoat.
The Dean Ehrlichman.
Yeah. A Kay Gallagher. Well, there it is, gentlemen. General Leland Masters is going to produce and dump untold sums of counterfeit yen into the Japanese economy. He's going to defend our borders with Senator Getzloff's trade bill. He knows it's going to be discovered, so he's got me to lay it all at Kay Gallagher's feet.
Oh, what a nice surprise.
Well, we need a place to talk.
Oh, come into my office. Grace, no calls, please.
I understand you control this lobbying firm.
That's correct. Yeah.
Then why isn't it Tenzer, Kurtzman, Lloyd, and Gallagher?
Because I'm alive.
You're alive.
Yes. Tenzer is in a rest home in Sarasota. Kurtzman's in a tomb on Long Island. And Lloyd is in that urn over there. Washington worships the dead, Vinny. Why fly in the face of that?
I need all your files and documents pertaining to the Japanese Ministry of International Trade and Industry. I can wait for a warrant if that's necessary.
Grace, I need the duplicate set of files on the Japanese Ministry ASAP, and prepare this letter immediately. I hereby acknowledge receipt of all documents and materials, confidential and otherwise, belonging to Tenzer, Kurtzman, and Lloyd as pertains to the Japanese Ministry of International Trade and Industry. The confidentiality of said materials will not be violated. Signed as accepted and adhered to Vincent, what's your middle name?
Michael.
Michael Terranova as agent for the Justice Department of the United States of America, dated, and I'll need you to notarize. Any interrogation you're entertaining is going to have to wait till my attorney can be present.
Fine.
Okay, the files are at reception.
Sign this. He's to sign for the documents as well.
There you go.
Yep. Thank you, Grace.
Welcome.
Next time you decide to pop by, make an appointment first.
Guess that means dinner's out of the question.
Tuesday's free.
Great.
Grace, get Mr. Carota on the line. See if you can move him up a day.
See you Tuesday.
The Japanese ministry's on a $20,000 a month retainer to TKL. Every time someone sneezes, a memo goes out. Vince, it could take months to go through this stuff. Days, anyway.
There's nothing here yet that helps.
All right, you postpone the meeting.
I can't, Frank. It's a red flag.
I told you this is a dangerous place. Now, it is conceivable that Masters is connected to Valenti's murder, and you can't mention it. There's nothing to link him to it. You might be putting a gun to your own head or pointing out tracks that he needs to cover.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he knows the tracks to cover. He is, after all, a four-star icon. Gotta get going.
All right, wait a second. Vince. Here, you take this. Whatever he has to say, it might be worth hearing.
Okay.
The American people have come to see their strength as inherent, as if it existed as naturally as the marble and stone of the institutions that have come to house their laws and lawyers. Because it's quite all right to encase lawyers in stone, but not the law. Our strength is not inherent. It comes from there. We bleed for it, we die for it, and then, damn it, we forget it. We start fretting about media gnats and worrying about how our actions will be perceived. All those men who built our country, they didn't give a damn about perceptions. They were revolutionaries, a lot of them, all the way through Lincoln. They fought for truth, for the people, and hanged the damn perception. It's no mistake that we declared our independence with self-evident truths. That's why you're here, isn't it?
I'm here for justice. And inasmuch as justice is found in truth, and its inherent inalienable right, I guess I am here for that reason. In general, I don't give a damn how I'm perceived.
The more you get to know me, the more you'll see that you and I are cut from the same cloth. Men like us are the last rebels of the American Revolution. We just wage our war with more sophisticated tools. We've come a long way since the flintlock. I really hate these bastards. I ask myself over and over, why the hell should I help them? We do what we do for justice, don't we, Agent Terranova?